Welcome everyone to Sibling Rivalry. Yeah, we're back. It feels like spring fever in here, Bryce. I know it's only March, but man, we haven't had a show in a few weeks. I'm excited to get back to you folks and to talk about all the sports that's going on. Like I said, it's March, so March Madness. We got basketball, all kinds of basketball, college, NBA, but we're going to start with the high schoolers. The high schoolers are in the middle of their playoff runs right now, and there are some local teams that are making deep runs already. We're into the regional finals tomorrow. The quarters, semis, and the finals will be next week. So, Bryce, let's talk about this, man. Division I, the highest division here in the state of Michigan. Two local teams still in it, and they're going head-to-head. And then guess what? They're conference rivals. East Kentwood, Hudsonville, Bryce. Hudsonville won the first two in the regular season. Who wins this playoff match?
I think Hudsonville wins it for a third time.
Oh, yeah. Hudsonville, they can win 3 times against EK. EK's had a great win against Muskegon.
But most of the times, though, when you beat a team twice in the season, you usually beat them a third time too.
Really?
Because
I feel like it's the opposite.
No. Now, there is some exceptions, like Northview did beat Northern in the district finals, where Northern did beat them twice in the regular season.
Everyone thought this was going to be a Hudsonville, Northern, or at least the last game, and then now it's Hudsonville EK.
Right, and but
you still got Hudsonville.
I still got Hudsonville because a lot of times, though, because usually if you beat a team twice, you're usually just better than them. And I think Hudsonville is better than East Kentwood.
And I think that's the case for like high school sports, right? If you're usually better at a team, you will beat them constantly. For a college or pro, like where teams have a little more parity to them, it's hard to beat a team 3 times.
And
well, in Hudsonville too, they beat them by double digits both times. Like they beat them pretty good. Both times.
It was the same thing with Unity, Holland Christian. Now, Holland Christian wasn't that far behind Unity, but Unity was better than Holland Christian. Beat him all 3 times.
Okay, let's transition right into Division II, Bryce. Unity Christian. They were the state champs in football. They're making a basketball run. Holy smokes, this class is awesome. These juniors and seniors from Unity Christian, even some sophomores on there, are playing really well in a variety of sports. Also, soccer state champions, too. They play the regional Falcons, Benton Harbor, who beat them last year. Does Unity get revenge?
I'm going to say no.
Oh, no. Unity's run is done?
I think this is going to be a great, great basketball game.
Really?
I do. I really think it's going to be a great game because I don't think Benton Harbor, even though Benton Harbor
They only beat Otsego by 4.
I know, but Otsego
Unity scored 89.
on Three Rivers.
Okay, but 89 a high school game?
Yeah, but they're not going to score.
Where games last 42 minutes? Come on. That's amazing.
Right. That's... Yes, and that's a great that is a great thing that Unity scored 89 against Three Rivers, but Three Rivers was a 500 team that hadn't played anyone all season long. Okay. And Otsego kind of was the same thing, but Otsego dominated everyone they played on their season.
Okay.
And this game against Benton Harbor was really to see, okay, is Otsego really for real? Okay. And Otsego played really well. Now, I don't think this Benton Harbor team is as good as they were last year, but they won the state championship last year, so it's hard to be as good as what they were last season.
Yeah.
But this Benton Harbor team is just, they have Carlos Johnson. He's a junior.
So who are the key players here?
Yeah, Carlos Johnson is a junior, one of the best players in the entire state.
Wow.
And, he's really kind of narrowed his college options down to Michigan and Michigan State.
Okay.
I know he's the number 1 recruit in the class for next season. He's a 4-star.
Wow.
But, he's really...
So who's going to be defending him from Unity Christian?
And I think defending him...
Chandler Collins?
I think we're going to mix it up between Chandler and TJ.
Okay. So he's a bigger guy.
He's 6'5".
Okay, 6'5".
He's 6'5", can shoot the ball, is extremely athletic.
What's the dunk tracker in this game?
Well, for us, maybe one.
No, I was saying total.
Oh.
Is there going to be more than, 3-4 dunks? There's some guys that can dunk
Benton
in this
Harbor,
matchup.
Carlos Johnson had 2 dunks in the first regional game against Otsego. One of them he threw off the backboard.
All right, so you got 2. Unity Christian get 2 as well? 1?
We could. We have guys that can.
So you going more than 3 or under 3?
I'm going to say under 3.
Under 3,
I think
all right.
the defense is going to step up really on both sides. The biggest, I honestly think the key to this game.
Yeah.
The key to this game is, I think it's going to be the glass. I really do.
All right. If you say that, I got Unity Christian because they're more physical.
Unity is more physical than Benton Harbor, and I think we will out-rebound Benton Harbor. It's just going to be by a matter if we're gonna out rebound them enough.
Okay, all right. Let's keep moving on here. Still in Division 2, Catholic Central versus South Christian. These two also met in the regular season, and South Christian beat them. Do they win again?
I think Catholic Central gets revenge.
Wow, they get revenge. I'm going South Christian.
Catholic Central has been playing phenomenal basketball.
And South hasn't. South beat Godwin.
But South lost by 18 to Forest Hills Eastern the last game of the year.
Okay.
Who, finished 2 games above 500.
Could have been a slump, but anyways, I'm going to go South Christian. Now let's go to the lower divisions. Division 3, Kelvin Christian still in it, playing Pewamo, Westphalia.
Yeah, I don't think this is close. I think
really
dominates.
Kelvin has no chance. And Tri-Unity, Division 4 is playing Muskegon Heights Academy.
Yeah, I'm going to go Tri-Unity.
Okay, Tri-Unity. So Tri-Unity wins. So hopefully a few of our local schools will keep moving on, maybe make the semis or finals at the Breslin. All right, folks, now we got to preview college basketball now. We have one of the biggest games, not only in the nation, for sure in the Big Ten, but probably in the nation as well, in Michigan and Michigan State, a rematch.
The second biggest game in the nation.
Maybe the second, because Bryce, we're going to talk about Duke, North Carolina as well, but we're going to start with Michigan State here, Bryce. What is State beats Michigan early on in the season, a couple weeks ago, in Ann Arbor. Michigan's now going to East Lansing. How does Michigan, what's the key here really to win this game for Michigan?
Well, I mean,
how do they get revenge?
The key, the key I think is really you got to stop the ball screens.
Ball screens.
That's Cassius Winston, the way he was killing Michigan. And, they know Xavier Simpson is one of the best defensive players in the nation.
Yep.
And so what they did to kind of free him up is, get him on ball screens, because there are really, really bad defenders on Michigan. Even though Michigan is a very, very good defensive team, there's 2 defensive liabilities in that starting lineup.
Come on.
Iggy Brasdakis is a liability. Come on.
Oh, you're unbelievable.
Iggy Brasdakis is a liability.
He plays just
on
fine
defense.
on defense.
No, he doesn't.
You're calling one game because they had one game bad game against State? They're just using defense liability?
No, Iggy and Jordan Poole have been defensive liabilities all season long. Jordan Poole is one of the laziest players I've seen in college basketball.
Oh, my goodness, Bryce. I'll tell you what the key is. The key is let Cassius Winston beat you. That's why you beat State. If you let Goins and you let McQuaid go off, it's done. It's done. If you just let Cassius do his thing, don't even double him. When he gets off a ball screen, let him go one-on-one. Let him shoot. He can't even shoot that well. What he does well is when you double him, he finds Goins, he finds McQuaid, and those guys can shoot the 3-ball. You have to limit Goins and McQuaid. They went off for 20-plus points the other night.
Winston is a pretty good shooter, too.
He's fine, but let him beat you. Don't let the other guys beat you. Let him beat you only.
Winston is a pretty good shooter.
Yes, but he's much better passer, much better, giving the guys opportunities around him. Because Goins and McQuaid are the only other options that are going to score. They scored 10-plus points.
So is Nick Ward out?
If one of them doesn't score,
out?
if one of them doesn't score 10-plus, Michigan wins. Michigan is only going to lose if both those guys score 10-plus points. And that, so just stop those guys. Don't let Cassius Winston drive to the hole, get a layup once in a while. I don't care. You're playing one-on-one defense against Cassius Winston. Do not go and help side. That's my key. That's my key. Duke, North Carolina. Another great game. And now this game's not for a ACC title. Possibly could be, but Virginia's in the front runner for that, Bryce. Duke, UNC. Zion might not be back. Does Duke even have a chance without Zion?
Duke does have a chance.
They have a chance?
Well, hey, here's the thing. Now, they lost Zion.
They barely beat Wake Forest.
Yes, and that I do think they're looking past Wake Forest a little bit. I do. I really do. You can't tell me they weren't. But, look, Duke and North Carolina played the first time. Duke and North Carolina played the first time, and North Carolina beat the brakes off them. No question. But North Carolina...
Because they had no Zion.
But that's the thing. The thing is, it's hard to make adjustments in-game when you lose... arguably your best player, because him or Barrett. But Duke's got time to prepare this time. This is going to be...
And UNC doesn't?
They do. And UNC is going to prepare both with or without Zion. This is going to be a closer game than you think it is.
At UNC, too.
But home court advantage really doesn't matter in this rivalry that much. No. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Do you know what Tyler Hansbrough and Danny Green is? You know Tyler Hansbrough and Danny Green? Okay. Do you know what the record at Cameron Indoor was?
Sure.
4-0.
4-0.
They never lost at Cameron. They lost twice at UNC.
All right.
This is a rivalry. It doesn't matter where you play this rivalry. Rankings don't even matter in this rivalry.
They're only 8 miles apart anyway, so there's going to be Duke fans there.
But the thing is, this rivalry is all about will and who wants it more. If Duke wants it more than North Carolina, Duke will win.
But
if they want it more, they will win.
But North Carolina has more talent though than without Zion.
Yes, that's true. It's very true. They do.
You're looking at Jack White playing 20+ minutes.
I know.
That's an issue.
Right.
That's a problem for Duke. They need Zion back.
But
that's the only key I have for this game. Zion plays to win.
I think this game will be within 2 possessions. Ooh. It will. I'm telling you, it will.
I understand the rivalry is fierce and that Duke's gonna come out ready to play. That's tough for me to see.
Duke's gonna come ready to play. RJ Barrett's the best player on the floor.
Okay, is the winner of this game automatically a 1 seed?
Yes.
You think so?
Well, if Duke wins without Zion, heck yeah, because Zion's gonna be back.
Okay.
And they're gonna take that. They're going to take that into consideration. If they beat North Carolina on the road, a top 5 team, a top 5 opponent, the committee is gonna take that in consideration without Zion.
Okay, I'm just looking at this, right? Gonzaga, they win their tournament, they're gonna get a 1 seed. If Virginia wins the ACC conference and they win the championship, they are gonna be a 1 seed.
Gonzaga and Virginia are already 1 seeds. Virginia just secured a 1 seed.
They gotta win the
Monday
conference still. They
have 2 losses.
They gotta win at least 1 game in the tournament.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Because what if Michigan goes off and they win the Big Ten?
Hey, okay, Virginia has 2 losses. Both of their losses are to Duke. Even if they lose to Louisville, even if they beat Louisville and lose in a quarterfinal game, that'll just be 3 losses. That's still 1 seed worthy.
Who does Virginia still have to play?
They have Louisville.
Okay,
last game of the year.
So they lose Louisville.
But they ain't gonna lose to Louisville.
Tournament. That's 4
They have no
losses.
chance of losing to Louisville.
That's
Louisville's
4
terrible.
losses. That's 4 losses. I'm just saying, Bryce, look it. Okay, you can't leave out Michigan for a 1 seed. They are still possible 1 seed.
If they lose to State, they're not.
I know. I'm saying if we State, you can't leave out Kentucky. You can't leave out Tennessee.
But
there are teams that could take the spot of Duke, North Carolina.
There's teams that could, but Duke, North Carolina are definitely in the driver's seat above Kentucky and Tennessee. Yeah,
I understand that. I agree. I don't think it's an automatic 1 seed. It's a very likely 1 seed, but I can't say automatic yet.
Duke and North Carolina, really all they would have to do is win 1 game in the ACC tournament.
Right. They would win a game,
in which they're going to do, because Zion will most likely be back by then. They're guaranteed double byes already.
I know.
Duke's lowest seed they can beat, their lowest seed that Duke and North Carolina can beat is a 3.
I understand that. They still have to win that game. They're still going to probably play a 6 or a 7 seed in that first round, that Friday game, and that's still going to be a decent game. They got to beat it. It's a neutral site. Who knows?
But they'll still win.
I'm just saying.
Duke, North Carolina, and Virginia are the 3 best teams in college basketball with Zion.
Okay. Now, the winner of this Michigan State game does win the Big Ten tournament. The winner will get the 1 seed. The loser will most likely get the 3 seed because Purdue will probably win at Northwestern. Purdue is pretty much, if they win, they're locked in as the 2 seed. Michigan State, winner goes to 1, probably the other one goes to 3. So, who do you like out of those 3? Those are probably the 3 favorites going into the Big Ten tournament.
The Big Ten tournament is a 2-team race. It's Michigan and Michigan State.
Really?
I don't think Purdue has a
Even though it's deep.
It's deep, but Michigan and Michigan State are no question the 2 best teams. Purdue has had a really favorable Big Ten schedule.
Yeah.
They did play State twice, and they did split with State. Yep. They only had to play Michigan once.
Yep.
And they played Wisconsin once.
Okay.
And they've had a really favorable Big Ten schedule. And actually the third team I would actually watch out and put ahead of Purdue in the Big Ten tournament is Maryland.
Maryland.
Because Maryland has so much talent. They've underachieved this season, in my opinion.
Talent, but you look at their neutral floor wins, not the greatest neutral floor.
But they have. They're
a very good home team. They ain't playing home.
Right, I know they're not playing at home, but they have so much talent that they really could be the best team.
We'll find out. We got to take a short commercial break here for Interspace Mini Storage for all that life has in store.
My name is Todd Ponstein from Interspace Mini Storage in Jenison, Michigan. And it's our goal here at Interspace to provide you, our customers, with clean, secure, dry, well-lit, personalized storage facilities. What makes us unique is that we're family owned and operated, and it is our goal to put our customers' needs ahead of our own. We will even come out sometimes on Saturdays to let people in and out of units. We have great rates, and we even offer discounts for 6 months paid in advance or more. We have many different size units ranging from as small as a 5x10 to as large as a 12x50 and almost anything in between. We don't have contracts. You rent right from the day that you move in to the day that you move out. So you don't pay for any time that you don't use. Of course, all of our customers have 24/7 access to their unit. So if you have storage needs, come see us at Interspace. Interspace Mini Storage for all life has in store.
Welcome back, guys, to a second half of our show. Thanks for coming back and watching us. We got to go to more basketball. It's been high school, college. Now we're moving on to the pros, the NBA. There's less than 20 games left in the regular season, Bryce. And lo and behold, your LeBron-loving Lakers you love LeBron, so you love the Lakers. They're probably not going to make the playoffs. They are 5.5 games back with under 20 to play. And they got other teams ahead of them to make up. Bryce, you said you're not going to make it?
They're not going to make it.
They're not going to make it? What is this? This NBA season's going to be crazy.
I know. They are not going to make
What
the playoffs.
is the playoffs without LeBron? This
Not
is
good.
weird. So what? So I guess my question is, like, where do the Lakers go from here? How do they get better next year?
Well, I mean,
they're in the West.
I know.
The West isn't going to get any worse.
But Anthony Davis is going to be. I think Anthony Davis will be a Laker next season.
He kind of has to be, doesn't he? They have to get another superstar in there for them to make any run.
I think Anthony Davis is probably for sure a Laker next season, and then maybe with the possibility of Kawhi also.
Yeah.
And because Kawhi's always talked about how he wants to be in LA, and which does mean you do have to trade away one young talent, and a lot of that would probably be Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma.
I know.
Who are the second and third best players on the team currently.
See, that's the risk, though, right? Because you look at it, right? Before LeBron got hurt, we talked about this, too. When LeBron got hurt, the Lakers are in trouble. They might not make the playoffs now, and sure enough, they went from the 4 seed before LeBron got hurt. Then when he got back, they were the 10 seed, and now they're still around the 10 seed. They haven't really done any better since LeBron's gotten there, but that injury was huge. So do you trust that LeBron stays healthy all next year and their team is still a 4 seed?
You also have to take into consideration too. It's not Lonzo Ball's hurt now.
Yeah,
Lonzo Ball's been hurt.
Injuries.
Tyson Chandler got hurt for a little bit there too.
They had the injury bug. So do you go for the big guy still and trade your young talent away, or do you trust that this group can still get it done?
Well,
because of the injury bug. The injury bug's really killed them.
I think you have to trade away some of the stuff for like Anthony Davis.
All right, you're thinking another superstar. And I think you're right. I think yes, this team with a healthy LeBron is good enough to make the playoffs in the Western Conference, but good enough to win it, I don't know.
Well, if they get LeBron and Anthony Davis,
right?
Then they're a top 3.
That's what I'm saying. They probably need a superstar. Now, a team that might, I gotta say might, because we talk about this almost every year, Bryce. The Pistons are always around that 6, 7, 8 range. Can they make the playoffs? And whenever we think they might, they blow it. But right now, they're playing good basketball. They're currently the 6th seed. They probably aren't going to get any higher than the 6th seed. All right, but can they hang on to this 6th seed, or at least can they just hang on to the playoffs, Bryce? They're 31-31. How many wins do you think they need to get that playoff spot?
82 games.
How many more wins? They got 20 more games left. 31-31. They got to get to 40. They get over 40 to make the playoffs?
I think to get in the East, probably got to get to 40.
40. So you get 9 of these 20. They can go 9-11 and get into the playoffs, you think?
Yeah, and they really should go 9-11. It's not that great.
I know. It's not that. You would think the Pistons have a good chance of getting in.
Right,
now,
I do too.
I think they got to get over. I think they got to get 40. I think they got to go at least 10-10 to get into the playoffs. I think to hang on to the 6th seed, I think you got to get 43. I think if they go 43, and then maybe 43 and 39, they've got a good shot at getting that 6th seed.
Even though the thing is, you have 3 really good teams in the East.
Yep.
With the Bucks, Sixers, and Raptors, and the Celtics had an awesome win last night. The Celtics beat the Warriors by 33 last night.
Wow, did they really?
You didn't see that?
I didn't see that.
It was 128-95.
And wasn't that at Golden State?
It was in Golden State.
Wow. I mean, again, Boston.
Boston has the pieces.
They are scary. Like right now, they're the 5 seed, and they're probably going to be the 5 seed.
Well, but the Pacers without Oladipo, though.
I know, but the Pacers are still a 3 seed. Even though they've lost Oladipo, they have stayed at the 3 spot. I don't see why they won't. I mean, they're still playing good ball even without Oladipo. But that being said as well, I think they are the
wouldn't-
best matchup for the Pistons. So the Pistons get the 6 seed and they can get the 3 seed. That'd be the best matchup for them.
I honestly, you know, if the Celtics, I would honestly rather be the 6 than the 5.
Yeah, you're right. Because, you don't want to play Philly if they're the 4. You don't play Philly if they're the 4. Absolutely.
I think Philly could win the East.
They could.
Philly's
They
good.
have a great starting 5. We talked about that earlier, and about a month ago, about how good that starting 5 is. But again, the Pistons are playing really well. They have a very winnable game tonight against Minnesota at home. They got to win that one, and you just see a more balanced. They beat the Raptors on Sunday. A more balanced team right now. Ish Smith is back healthy. Huge for them to give Reggie Jackson a break so he doesn't shoot the lights, bricks. But Reggie Jackson hasn't playing much better. Blake Griffin, Drummond are healthy. They're playing well. The Wayne Ellington trade has been great.
Luke Kennard has actually been decent.
And Luke Kennard has shot the 3 ball really well. Even Thon Maker has played some minutes. So the trades have been very good for the Pistons, and I hope that it continues. Now, we got to talk about this 1 seed Golden State and Milwaukee. They're the current 1 seeds right now. Most likely going to probably stay the 1 seeds. Golden State, they're only a couple games up, but they most likely will get the 1 seeds. Who is their biggest threat in their conference when the playoffs come around?
Well, in the West, I honestly don't believe in Denver just because Denver doesn't have a superstar.
Not a believer in Denver.
They don't have a superstar.
You don't think the Jokic guy? Jokic?
Not yet.
That dude
not
is
yet.
good.
But he's not a superstar yet. He's not a guy you can. He's not a superstar yet.
Bryce, we've talked about the superstars. It's like there's maybe 3 or 4 superstars.
No.
Like you have to be incredible.
There's 7.
7 superstars?
Yeah, LeBron, Durant,
Yeah, LeBron, Durant, yep.
Curry, Harden, Westbrook.
I would put Harden in there, and I would put Giannis. I don't know if I'd put Curry. Superstar, maybe Curry.
Westbrook.
Yeah, I'd probably put Westbrook in there.
And maybe even Kyrie.
No, I would not put Kyrie as superstar. Great player.
Kyrie's very
Great.
Kyrie's not far behind
Superstar?
Curry.
We're talking superstar.
But he's not far behind Curry. He's not.
I know, but Curry's got the rings and all that. That kind of makes him more.
Yeah, but Curry's also had the cheat
superstar.
team.
Anyways, let's keep going here. So who's the biggest threat then? If it's not Denver, because they don't have a superstar, who is it?
I honestly, I think with Chris Paul in the lineup, I think it's Houston.
You think it's Houston still? Houston was their biggest threat last year for sure.
But
Chris Paul, James Harden is James Harden the MVP?
James Harden, yeah, probably.
Him or Giannis? I think it's
I
Giannis,
think so, agree.
but maybe Harden.
Well, Harden's averaging like 38 a game.
I understand,
That's
but he
amazing.
shoots 38 a game. You got to
Well, he's kind of had to.
too.
Chris Paul has been hurt.
Exactly.
So.
They've had a lot of injuries, so he just shoots a bunch. Okay, so you think I think it's OKC.
Yeah.
Because
I think them too.
I think if behind Harden and Giannis for the MVP, right behind him is Paul George. I think Paul George should be the third. He should probably be third in the MVP race. He is fantastic this year.
He's been phenomenal.
Playing awesome. And then Russell Westbrook, all the triple doubles that he
Right,
gets.
and
fantastic.
To me,
Steven Adams, great.
Houston, OKC.
I think OKC is the biggest.
I think
threat.
Houston and OKC are the 2 biggest threats to Golden State.
I think OKC is more of a threat than Houston.
I think it's close.
Let's go to the East. Who's the biggest threat for Milwaukee?
Biggest threat for Milwaukee, I would say, is the Sixers.
You think Sixers still? See, the Sixers, we talked about them a month ago. We thought they would for sure gain some ground by now. They're still the 4 seed. I don't know what's going on. If they're just kind of coasting, I think it's Toronto. Since Toronto got Marc Gasol, I think now that with Marc Gasol, they are now ahead of Philly now. Since they made that trade, you got Kawhi with there as well. Kyle Lowry is playing really well too. I like the Raptors. No LeBron in the East. The Raptors, I think, could beat the Bucks.
But the Raptors still have to prove it, though.
I know.
Though they
still
haven't
gotta
gotten it done.
Well, pretty much all these teams have to prove it because no one has been able to win besides LeBron. Right. So they all have to prove something here. I think Toronto proves it this year. All right, folks. It's March. We're done talking about basketball. What's coming up next? It's baseball, which means the Meckes Minute. Dakota Meckes, our boy from Jenison, went to Michigan State, has been working through the Cubs organization, and congratulations, Dakota. You have made it to spring training for the Chicago Cubs. And Bryce, look at this here. He's had 3 appearances in spring training so far. He's pitched 3 innings, 3 scoreless innings, has had 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 0 hits. He's not given up a hit yet in spring training. His 3 appearances. Dakota, keep it up, dude. Even if you don't make the spring training, you're going to be high on the Cubs prospect list, and I think he's got a great shot at least appearing in at least a few games this year, if not for part of a season, you know? I think he's got a great chance to move up.
I know.
Should be pretty exciting.
When I heard that, like, you know, that Dakota really had a good chance of not making the team, I'm just like, really? I'm just like, what do you have to do?
Right, we've had word from Dakota. We've talked to Dakota a little bit about on Instagram that he's not totally, kind of not totally unsure of whether he'll make the team or not still, even though he's pitched really well. There's a lot of guys there in the training, and I'm sure they're looking at more than just the game appearance, right? There's practices and all that they're looking into, and they're trying to divvy out. But for surely, he's going to be the top. If he doesn't make the team, he'll be a top reliever for the Iowa Cubs. You got to think he's going to get his shot one of these days. You got to think so. As long as he keeps pitching like this, he's young, he's throwing hard. Keep it up, Dakota. We'll keep you guys posted on all of his stats as the weeks go on, so stay tuned. And now I've been just craving to stump you, Bryce. And I was thinking about this week. What can I stump Bryce on? You know what? I want to stump Bryce on Bryce's favorite human being in the whole wide world. I'm going to try to stump you, Bryce, on LeBron trivia. I'm going all LeBron questions here, Bryce, and I think I'm going to stump you. All right, Bryce, we talked about how LeBron stinks, how the Lakers stink. I mean, not LeBron, the Lakers. The Lakers most likely not going to make the playoffs. When was the last time the NBA did not have LeBron in the playoffs?
2005.
I hardly finished the question. I probably should have not done LeBron questions. You're right, Bryce. The 2004-2005 season, I guess I'll just continue with that. Bryce, why did they not make the playoffs? What was their record? Do you know their record?
I know they finished one spot out of the 8 seed.
Okay, all right.
And it came down to like the last game of the regular season.
Okay, and what was their record?
And
do you know their record? That why they didn't make the playoffs?
I don't know the record.
You want to take a guess at least?
I'll say the East was probably a little better actually back then. So I'll say, actually, I don't know if it was actually. I don't know.
All right,
but I'll say 41 and 41.
41. Very close. You're one game off. 42 and 40. That's why I said Pistons got to get to 43. 42 and 40. LeBron's team did not make the playoffs. It was since 2005, 14 years ago. Wow. All right. Well, 1 for 1, Bryce. Well, maybe I'll go one and a half. I got you on that. When is the last time LeBron won the NBA MVP?
Last time LeBron won the NBA MVP, that was 2013.
Yes, the 2012-2013 season, LeBron won the MVP, 2 for 3, Bryce. And again, that kind of shocked me when I saw that. Like 6 years, LeBron's won the MVP. Is he even that great? You know?
Well, he had some years where he could have. The next year in 2014, he could have won it too because
but Steph Curry was way better.
No, in 2014, Durant won it.
Oh, Durant. Oh, okay. All right, got a couple more here, Bryce. How high is LeBron on the all-time scoring list?
He is 5th.
Yes, he is 5th. Shoot, I thought I'd trick him on that one because he's very close to 4th.
I believe he's 12 points shy of Michael Jordan.
Wow, very good, Bryce. He is. He is 12 points shy from tying Michael Jordan. He might get it tonight. They play tonight. And my final question for you, Bryce, you're 3 for 4 on LeBron trivia.
I got that.
You are really a fan.
I got that.
You didn't get the 42 and 40?
Who cares?
How high is LeBron on the assist scoring all-time? Assist all-time score.
Well, he's the number 1 assist guy of all forwards all time.
Yes, but I'm doing all-time NBA. Where is he on the list there?
I'm going to say... I'll say 7th.
He is not 7th. He is 10th on the all-time assist. Nice try on that, but I knew I might get you on that. It was a tough one. Way to go. You got 3 out of 5. I guess you're a good LeBron fan.
I got the first one right.
And that's all the time we got
one
today.
right.
Bryce is upset. I got him a couple times. He did a nice job.
You got
See
me
you next
once.
week. See you next week.
You got me once. I got the first time.